فَإِنَّ مَعَ الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا إِنَّ مَعَ الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا. Verily with hardship there will be ease. Verily with every hardship there will be ease.
From that hadith is when the Messenger of Allah alayhi salatu wasalam that he said, إِيَّاكُمُ الظَّنِّ فَإِنَّ الظَّنِّ أَكْذَبُ الْحَدِيثِ وَلَا تَحَسَّسُوا وَلَا تَجَسَّسُوا وَلَا تَحَاسَدُوا وَلَا تَدَابَرُوا وَلَا تَبَاغَضُوا وَكُونُوا عِبَادَ اللَّهِ إِخْوَانًا. He says, I warn you of suspicion. We fell into that. All you have to do is look at social media. I warn you of suspicion. Verily, suspicion is the most lying of speech. Do not have suspicion. Do not seek out affairs that you do not see. Private, confidential matters, which is considered from the affairs that Allah has kept hidden from your eyes from what is concerning a specific people. Don't start looking and prying. How did he get that car? Asking them, oh, yo, did you buy that on the car note? Is that car, where did you get it from? I know you didn't get this from your money. The Messenger of Allah clearly mentioned, if it's not your business, they did not now let you know about that state. Do not seek it out. Unless they tell you it's a different affair. But you to sit now asking questions, how'd you purchase this house? It's none of your business. Don't ask about those affairs. Yo, I heard that you married such and such sister. How did you arrange that? Now look how sick we are. Do not seek out those matters. If they tell you because they want advice, that's another affair. But it's not for you to seek suspicion, trying to find and look for shortcomings. How did you do that? How did you get that? How did you do this? It will dissolve the brotherhood. Don't spy on one another, the Messenger of Allah said. Don't spy on one another. Don't start prying and looking in the phones and the jawalat. Looking at phones, yes. I know he's doing something he shouldn't be doing, or I know she's doing something. Let me open this phone up, let me check, let me look. Brothers and sisters, if you look, you will find. And when you find it, be ready to accept it. When your feelings are hurt, don't blame it on yourself. Do not spy on one another. Don't pry into people's business. Don't spy. Do not be envious of one another. We are envious of the most we are just envious people. The Messenger of Allah said, don't envy one another. If Allah has preordained a benefit, you will attain it. You will have it. There's no reason to hate on anyone. There's no reason for it. There's no reason for envy. If Allah has guided you to Salafiyah, and He has now bestowed upon you uprightness, He's given you the greatest blessing that anyone can amass of the dunya. And if it's for you, and you work diligently, and you ask Allah for it, and now purify your heart, if Allah will see as a benefit for rectification of this world and the hereafter, Allah will give it to you. But maybe Allah holds that affair back because if you have it, you will corrupt your soul. You will corrupt yourself. And how many people do we see? Allah, as soon as He opens up a little bit of dunya, you start seeing people going left. Allah will give you a little bit of the dunya. Then you start seeing the weakness in your religion start now creeping in. Allah holds things, affairs back for certain reasons for people, for the rectification of their souls. Because that's what's most important. Rectification of the heart, rectification of the soul, preparing for the day of resurrection, preparing for the life of the grave. That's what it's about. Not about what you brag around driving, about the cars. And what we so-called saying what I'm doing and driving around with the people, look to what I have. Why your heart is black of the driver that's driving it. What's more important? What is more important? The driver that's driving, his heart is black as the night, sick individual. For Allah Ta'ala, the Prophet ﷺ has given us proper guidance. Don't envy one another. Don't turn your backs on one another. This country has told us to be dysfunctional people. We do not know how to sit and talk and resolve issues. You know what we do as soon as we hear something? As soon as you see the individual, here come the rolling eyes, sucking teeth. And I've seen so many men do this, where they cannot approach you respectfully as a man, because manhood is when you can approach somebody directly with respect. Not hollering and screaming, approaching them with respect and dignity and honor and integrity, and saying, you know what, I heard something, I love you for Allah, you my man, I love you, let's go talk privately. I don't want to make this thing public. I heard something that disturbed me because I love you for Allah. Let's sit and resolve this. That's what a true man does. He doesn't walk around sucking teeth, rolling eyes. That's not from our religion. It's not from our way. It's not from the religion at all. It's from the affairs of the people to hellfire. That's a true tough individual, knowing how to deal with affairs without being emotionally driven, without letting your emotions, you being succumbed to your emotions. Those are from the affairs of the people of Jahiliyyah, and it's also women-like emotional behavior. What we were raised with in the West here, thinking what's manly, it's not. We have to reverse it. Those affairs pertaining, what the message of Allah said, don't turn your backs on one another. Don't do it. You're going to destroy your brotherhood. Do not hate one another. Be brothers in Islam. Kunu ibadallah ikhwanin. The message of Allah said, an authentic hadith also, what is from the authentic narration which Imam al-Albani mentioned in the authority of Abdullah bin Umar, where he said in authentic hadith, أحب الناس إلى الله أنفعهم للناس. The most beloved people to Allah is those who can benefit the people the most. As far as what? وأحب الأعمال إلى الله سرور تدخله على مسلم أو يكشف عنه كربة أو يقضي عنه دينا أو تطرد عنه جوعا ولأن أمشي مع أخ لي في حاجة أحب إلي من أن أعتكف في هذا المسجد شهرا. He said that the most beloved actions to Allah, we forget this hadith. No matter how many times I say it, it's like we forget it immediately. As soon as I salam out from the salat in Jumu'ah, we forget it. The most beloved actions to Allah is happiness that you enter upon your Muslim brother or sister. Happiness. It's that simple. Look at it. As soon as we go outside, somebody gonna be gritting on somebody. Somebody, man, we're gonna get that dude. Yeah, there he is right there. That's how we are. Demonically, satanically driven towards negativity. Happiness that you end up upon your Muslim brother or sister. Or that you remove a hardship from them that's causing them sadness and grief. Or that you, even if you're able to pay a debt for them, or to take away from them hunger or starvation. Verily, it is more that I carry out and walk with my brother to aid him in the need of his. Is more beloved to me that I make i'tikaf in this masjid, meaning his masjid, alayhi salatu wasalam, for a whole month. Whoever, now listen to this part of the hadith, whoever can suppress their anger, Allah will cover up his faults. How many of us can suppress our anger? من كف غضبه سطر الله عورته ومن كظم غيظه. Whoever's able to suppress their rage, ولو شاء أن يمضيه أمضاه. Even though if he wills, he can what? Carry it out. Allah will fill his heart up with hope on the day of resurrection. ومن مشى مع أخيه في حاجة حتى تتهيأ له أثبت الله قدمه يوم تزول الأقدام. And he says that he goes out to also aid his brother, taking care of a need of his, maybe an affair that's weighing heavy upon him, sadness and grief that's hurting him, until it's facilitated for him. Allah will keep his feet firm on the day where everybody's feet will be slipping. And this is to those who say that morals and characters is not important in our religion. Verily, su'ul khuluq yufsidul amal كما يوسف الخل العسل. Very terrible manners, terrible behavior, terrible etiquette, that it corrupts actions, just as vinegar pollutes and corrupts honey. For verily, learn, sisters and brothers, for the walls we have built because of our hurt and pain, which caused our trust issues to barricade us. We are trapped in our emotions. We have trust. We have to trust in Allah, as he said in his book. We see and hear these affairs all the time, but are we truly implementing them? You can protect yourself better with now attaining these affairs with your Lord. Return to the community. Forgive those who hurt you if it's personal. If ours in regards to Allah, that's something different. They have a bigger situation than your anger. They have to deal with Allah.